Hi, I'm Rawlins Gilliland, and welcome back to another edition of Rawlins' Retail Reality Check at the Gift and Home channel. This is part two, actually, of what I call the most typical sales culture traps. This is just so much information, I decided to do this in a two-parter, and here's where I'm going with it. You've got to thank people after the sale. And I believe personally in being very humble about it, I really, really appreciate you shopping with me and how much I enjoyed the process. If I had a nickel for every time I've had somebody say, I cannot believe I shopped at that store and I spent $1,000 and you know what, nobody even bothered to thank me. And then on the other hand, how many times have you heard somebody say, or you said it, I couldn't believe I got a really nice handwritten note from that person. You know what? This sounds like I'm just that I'm just shooting the breeze. But you know what? I'm dead serious. The other thing is they're unaware of their total inventory. What is there, what it costs, specific. I am thoroughly underwhelmed when I go in a small independent store and I'll look at something and ask if they've got another one and they say, I don't know. Let me go look in the back. You know what? They're there all the time. They sure already know what's in the back. How hard is that? All right. They lose interest in items after they're in the store for a while. Have you ever seen that? Everybody's so excited. And then 3 days later, they're bored. Look, your sales staff is fickle, just like the buying public's fickle. Just treat everybody like it's a blind date. Just because it's been in the store for 6 weeks doesn't mean that it's old to the customer walking in. It simply isn't. They haven't seen it before, so it's brand new when they walk in. They only sell items one way, one-dimensionally. In other words, it might be, as I discussed earlier, a big piece of art glass, and they see this as a centerpiece. Well, they don't see it then as something that can be mounted on the wall or that can be a decorative or even a serving piece. They see it one-dimensionally. If this is what it's called, then that's how they show it. Look, it can be anything you want to call it. The next thing is they recommend or sell the merchandise the same way to the same customers over and over again. And I have a problem with that. When you're looking at placemats or chargers to go on, for instance, when you're setting a table, if they always put the same things with the same things, then you know right now that this person is in a selling rut. And when they're in a selling rut, that means you're in a selling rut and your business is in a rut. And you know what that means? That means less money. The next thing is they visit with other employees and get too involved in intimate conversations with the customers. I can't emphasize enough to you what a trap this is. And for you who have businesses in small town America, which is many of you, you know and I know that very often that thin line gets crossed constantly. I don't mind it crossing a little bit. Let's just talk about it's like a gondola in Venice, but not all the time. Yes, your children go to the same school. Yes, you see them in church. But you know what? They didn't come in to talk about that Sunday school lesson or the pom-poms at the homecoming. They came into the store because they want to shop. Hello? So, don't kid yourself. You get too involved in personal, intimate conversations with your customers and you cross that line too much and people will avoid coming in. Now, they think that because they are acquaintances outside of work, that there is some sort of bond that goes beyond the sales. But you remember, when you're in the store, you are representing that store, not yourself. I'm Rawlins Gilliland. This is another edition of Rawlins Retail Reality Check for the Gift and Home channel. Stay tuned for more news you can use in Rubber Meets the Road reality.